Come on.
What's up, man? I'm gonna finish up the Infinite Battle, and then I'm gonna play some Skull.
Come on.
Some bad luck here, because these are all really difficult teams.
9, fight!
Kyo's second awakened toe, so maybe he can handle it.
Round 1. Ready, go! KO! Perfect! You win! Round 2. Ready, go!
Get body.
You win! Round 3. Ready, go! KO! You win! Take it easy!
さあ、行くよ。何の用だ。
Take it easy!
Got 2 Gonits, a Mukai. I think the best chance would probably be one of these two. Let me card her up too.
行くよ。
Just in case shit goes bad. Actually, I can refresh. Oh, that's much more manageable. Yeah, I'm gonna go for this one.
9, 8, 7. Round 1. Ready, go! KO! You win! Get back! Round 2. Ready, go! KO! You win! Get back! Round 3! Ready, go! KO! Get back! You win!
$100, 6,000 rubies. I guess you would get like 80 loot boxes from that. That's still way too much. This would be a good deal, but it's fucking more gambling instead of just letting you choose the one you want. This one's actually not a bad deal, but I don't have $10 right now. Alright, well, that's it on here. Try this game like one more time. I think I'm gonna give up on this one. This one's kind of cool, but the mechanics feel clunky. You can't cancel out of things when you want. There's no like x-axis. It's just left and right. It's very simplistic. The hand-drawn graphics are pretty nice, though. The presentation's pretty good. It's just very limited. Oh, this guy is cool. The blind black guy. I remember this guy from the DS game.
Yes! Yes!
I don't watch this show. I only played the DS game because that game was pretty damn cool. Yeah, I'm disappointed at how clunky the tagging is. This game seems like it would be right up my alley, but it's very limited. You can't like really tag consistently in this game. It's like I've tried all these games on this platform, and KOF's like the only one that has actual decent mechanics. Doesn't feel really shitty and limited and dumbed down. Ones like this have potential. Maybe in a couple like patches they'll make it better. Yeah, I think this one's an uninstall. It doesn't feel... Combat doesn't feel good. Feels really shitty. Like, stiff, unresponsive. It's a shame because the presentation of the game is quite nice. But the combat sucks.
正義が足りぬというなら私が正義
KOF is objectively pay to win now because of the Awakening system, but it's still a really fun game. And they're getting bombarded with complaints about how shitty the Awakening system is, so I'm sure they'll fix it. Just right now, it's kind of discouraging to get good characters in that game because you need like 9 dupes of them to max them out now, instead of it just being 1. When it was just 1, it was more manageable because you just needed the 1 and then some decent gear on them, and gearing in that game is actually quite easy. But now they really expect you... They really expect you to get like 9 dupes with no pity, which means it's endless gambling and infinite money. There's no pity in the game anymore, so you can literally be there forever. The only reason I spent a lot of money on it this month is because I had my stimulus check. But I really don't feel like spending any more money on it, at least not until they make that system better. So it's not just endless gambling and infinite money. That's like the only one I played on that platform that actually has pretty decent mechanics, though. Besides Honkai, I tried punishing Grey Raven, but it wanted me to make an account on some like Chinese site or whatever, and I just decided to give up. This is a really shitty start. Very bad start. Alright, that's decent. More shit. One thing I like about the fact that I spent a decent amount of money on KOF this month because of my check was that all that gear I got, I can actually use on pretty much any character in the game. I really like how simple gearing is in that game. I think that's one of its biggest pluses, is that, you know, you have to gamble for the gear and there's no pity, but at the very least, you can use it on basically anybody. Which is better than Honkai Impact, where you can't freaking get anything. You have to get gear, exclusive gear for every character. It gets really expensive. And it's not available all the time either, so... Not only do you have a very low chance of getting it without reaching the pity, you have to wait for them to actually decide that they're going to put it back up. Which I don't like. Whoa, that's pretty sick. Shit, gargoyle again. Is any of this any good? Not really. Yeah, I don't want to take any of this. I'm gonna save the money. This is really shit drops. More shit. It's some really bad luck. This is not the best start. You can actually get legendaries and uniques by this point. The active item I got is pretty good, but otherwise this start is very not ideal. Could be better. I hope I get some better skulls soon, otherwise this is going nowhere fast. They made it easier to get good stuff, but... And they made the game faster, which is what I like. This game was way too slow-paced before, which is why I never really played it much before this update. But you generally want uniques and legendaries as soon as possible, because they made the game harder in some ways. Good drop, please. Ooh. What's this? Samurai. Oh, I actually haven't had this before. There we go. Yeah, let's get rid of this guy. What can this guy do? Haha, sick. Alright, this run might have some, at least a chance at getting some more currency. Build's still not great, though. Bad luck. Like a gargoyle. Don't want that. No bueno. Not at this point in the game. It's really pushing it. Yeah, you can keep them. You can keep them permanently. But if you have shitty ones, you generally want to switch them out as soon as possible. Got a ton of gold. Hopefully something good will drop. Ryder's definitely better than this guy. Especially at this point in the game. He actually scales quite well. So I'm gonna take that. This is actually not a bad build now. I don't want to replace the one of these that I have. This one's actually pretty damn good. Especially since it generates a shield. But the cooldown's like a minute. I don't have power skulls, so that's not worth taking. I think I'm just gonna save up. This is a nasty room. Kind of the problem with this game is there's just no health drops anymore. It only heals you for 10 health. Not enough. Really could not have dodged most of that damage. Kind of unfair. Priest is so annoying. Damn healing. Alright, one down. Like I got 10, a whopping 10 healing for that. It's such bullshit. I'm hoping, apparently they're working on a hot fix for this. I hope they increase the healing. A lot of damage you can't avoid, and you can't really recover from mistakes. So it feels really off about this game. I like that they made the game faster, though. This game was way too slow for my taste before. The runs were too long. Ooh. Oh wow, the prisoner from Dead Cells. Yeah, I guess I'll take that. Get rid of the rider. Alright, well, I don't need skulls anymore. Now I can just try to get some better passives. I think this run's pretty much toast though. I already took too much damage. I'm not a big fan of Dead Cells. It's an okay game. Definitely not one of my favorites. Combat's just mashy. I don't really like it much. Not much depth to it. And they expect you to play perfect all the time. Kind of like how this game is right now. Not going to give me any health drops, and like most of this damage is unavoidable. There's no possible way I can do this without getting hit. And he gave me shit health drops that only heal 10 health. I know they'll fix it though. They're getting a lot of complaints about this patch and how the balance is all messed up. I don't really care at this point though. I'm just trying to get more of the magic quartz. The healing item healed like basically nothing too. Taking HP up is like kind of pointless too because you're very rarely going to be at full health. Yeah, a lot of damage is like unavoidable in this game, so the fact that they greatly nerfed the amount of healing you get is really dumb. I have it on like the supposed easy mode too, which is supposed to like make it easier. It really doesn't make it much easier at all. All it does is give you damage reduction, which is still not enough because there's not enough healing to counter how much guaranteed damage you're going to take. This is the boss. I'm already at like more than halfway through the game, but there's no way this is going to clear. There's not enough healing. Kind of just getting practice at this point. They desperately need to rebalance this game. If you're gonna put like tons of hitboxes on the screen all the time, there needs to be adequate healing. Not like healing like to counter every mistake, but at least something. Such bullshit. That's the easy mode, too. So unfun. I don't think I'm gonna play this anymore until they fix this game, because I don't feel like barely any of that was my fault. There's not really a whole lot I could have done there. Especially since some of those last rooms were really brutal, and there was a bunch of damage I couldn't do anything about. Alright, well, that's it for this for now. I will definitely wait for a patch before I bother with that anymore. Overall, that patch is pretty good for the game, though. They made the game a lot faster. There's not really a lot of replay value in that game right now, besides just maxing out the persistent bonuses. So it's nice that the game is faster. They said that they're going to improve the persistent bonuses too. But it also feels objectively unfair. There's too much damage that you can't do anything about, and the game is not providing enough healing to make it so that you're not, like, always on the brink of death, which is stressful and not fun. But hopefully that link there shows that they're working on a patch, so I think I'll just wait. I got pretty close to the end of the game like 2 days ago, and then I haven't gotten that far since. Especially what's weird about it is that, like, having HP up doesn't even feel like it's worth it, because you're basically never going to be at full health past, like, the first 2 levels. The first 2 levels of the first main world, you're basically never going to be at full health, so having more HP is pretty irrelevant. That's what feels really off. And, like, the healing items heal basically nothing. Even the ones that you have to pay money for, those are supposed to be, like, your main source of consistent, non-random healing. And those heal basically nothing, too. Like, you pretty much will take damage to override that within, like, 2 or 3 combat rooms. Feels kind of janky, the jankiness of that game right now, the unbalance. It doesn't match the beautiful pixel art. But I know they will, they will fix it eventually. It's just right now, it doesn't feel, it's not like it's not skill-based, it's just that it doesn't feel fair. It really needs some work. The dash also has a ton of recovery on it too, so you can't, like, use it like you normally would. There's a lot of cosmetic mods for this game, but it's generally just... Here's Miriam wearing nothing, which I'm not interested in. I have a lot of mods installed, actually. I have a mod that fixes the randomizer, because this randomizer is prone to generating unwinnable seeds. Which they're supposedly aware of, but... Like, if you're playing the game on console and you don't have access to the mod, then a lot of times the seeds you get will be literally unwinnable. Key items won't drop in certain spots that you actually have access to, so you can't progress. So I have that installed. I have the old Symphony of the Night damage numbers installed too. I don't remember what else, actually. I should see what else they have. I haven't played this since I got the Platinum. Yeah, I'm not into that stuff, so I chose one that was cooler, which is Samus. Oh, I didn't say it.
ちゃんとさあ今日はどうする？
ねえ、さあ何買ってくれるの？
I'm surprised there's no mod that makes waystones always in the shop. When you randomize what's in the shop, there's always a chance that there won't be waystones. Which is a massive problem later on. Generally, you want to come back to base pretty often. I just noticed there's no waystones in the shop whatsoever. Which means it's gonna be a real pain in the ass later on, especially without accelerator. Otherwise, it's been a pretty good seed. Got some pretty decent stuff at the start, but having no waystones is something I wish I had noticed. I probably would have just reset this seed. I feel like there should be a failsafe. I should talk to the guy who made the mod for this to fix the randomizers, like make sure that waystones always spawn in the shop. I could tell that seed. It might not be that bad because I set the winning condition as defeat Jeeble, which is like not that much of the game. But still, not having access to waystones is going to be really annoying. Randomizer needs a lot of work. I think it's pretty crazy that they shipped it with the ability for it to consistently generate unwinnable seeds. I mean, that's the kind of thing you don't want in a randomizer. We should always be able to clear regardless of the conditions that you set at the beginning. There shouldn't be anything like where you get like hours in and you can't clear it, but that's exactly what's happening right now. How do you make a rando and have unwinnable seeds when you're like a professional company? There's like fan randomizers like for Super Metroid and Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time and stuff that are like way more fully featured, more functional. And those are done for free just by people out of passion. They don't get paid to do that stuff. Last I heard, they put out like some kind of post on one of their social media channels telling people to mention the unwinnable seeds that get generated. So until then, if you're on console, you're kind of shit out of luck. But if you're on PC, there's that mod that I have that prevents that from happening. I like that they have rando. It's pretty rare for an actual commercial game to have rando like that. It's usually something that the fans do. It just needs some polish. It's really all that's wrong with it. People wanted the roguelike mode. I don't really think that would have been as interesting as a rando, if you ask me. I think it's just pretty bullshit how they advertise the roguelike mode as a stretch goal and then they just randomly come back and say that they couldn't do it, which I think is pretty shady since people donated like hundreds of thousands of dollars to get that into the game. But I think a rando is better for overall replay value, which is something Bloodstained is kind of lacking. The balance of the stuff in the game, there's like a couple dozen things that are better than everything else, and everything else is not really worth taking. So I think a roguelike would have been kind of boring, really. Like the katana has like I think it has like 6 or 7 command moves that you can use, and then like the boots only have 2, the whip only has 1. So there's a lot of weapons and stuff in that game that are objectively less fun to use. Now, being stuck with that the whole time would probably get really boring. It would be nice if they like came back and like added more moves to the other weapons. Let me look at what other mods there are. I'm actually kind of curious. I'm gonna load up Nexus mods. Maybe there's some other cool stuff. Oh, replace the backer portraits. That's actually what I was looking for. I want to get that. You can get rid of all the backers on the poltergeists. Yeah, let's grab that. Boob physics, yeah, that's totally useful. Oh yeah, I put this on too, the invisible detective eye and money is power. Those rings get really distracting. I kind of forgot that those were on because they make things invisible, obviously. I don't know if there's any other gameplay stuff that's interesting. Faster movement. Oh, I should actually grab that so I don't have to BDC so much. Let's grab that too. Fire Emblem Carmilla. That character from Fire Emblem Warriors I know is incredibly popular. No thanks. Starter weapons can do techniques, so that's actually really useful too. Especially in Rando. You won't have access to things you actually want. Baseline. Faster move speed, longer backstep, longer slide. Huh, sure. You walk really slow in this game, unless you BDC, and BDCing is really exhausting. I know speedrunner who used to have the world record, he would complain about how much his hands would hurt. Nicolas Cage portrait. Why would you want that? Yeah, I didn't do any mods until I got the platinum. When I got the platinum, I started messing around with mods. That's generally what I do because I know people like my guides and stuff, and it's kind of unfair to be making guides if I'm messing around with the mods, especially when like a lot of the people that watch my channel only game on console, so they have very little, if any, access to mods. So it's not really fair to them. But generally, after I've done literally everything in a game, I like to mess around with it if I have it on PC. It's a fun way to get more out of a game I've already done everything in, but I don't mess with mods at all until I've done everything. And I've made all the guides and stuff I'm going to, which I've already done with Bloodstained like last year. Wonder if there's anything else. I think I got most of the interesting stuff already. Radius. What is this? Alright, it's time to genetically modify my Bloodstained. Just give me a second here. I have to extract all these files and then put them in the folder. It's gonna take a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna play anymore today. I think I just wanna see if any of this stuff has conflicts. I don't think it does. Hello. Just installing some mods. Give me a second. Alright, let's see if this works. I don't think there will be any conflicts, but I could be wrong. Oh wow, it's already a lot better. BDCing's definitely still faster, but it's not as necessary. Let's check the portraits. Oh yeah, the portraits got modded too.
いしょ。
Let's try a new seed. I think this one's kind of messed up. Not having waystones is going to be a real pain in the ass. Go back to the title screen. I want to see if that other mod actually installed too. The one that gives you starting equipment. That would be really fun in Rando. Yeah, summer sale just started today. Now this really feels like Metroid. How fast she's running. I approve. Just need a weapon though. I don't have a weapon yet. Gonna do no damage. That's not a weapon. Got any plans for it? Like my channel, my stream title says, I'm broke. I'm trying to actually raise some funds right now, so when I get paid on the 1st and the 3rd respectively, I have a couple things I want to get, but nothing big. A couple Switch games I want to get on PC just for easier use and less input lag. Need a weapon. I don't think that starting gear worked. Oh, thank you. Just make sure to not use Super Chat, because I won't see that for 2 months. Super Chat's nice and all, but if you need money right away, it's very bad to use. I'm getting bad luck with weapons. No weapons. I like this faster speed though. This feels really good. Make the jumping feel better too. The jumping in this game, I definitely not a fan of. It's too floaty. I'm gonna have to hope that I find a weapon or at least a shard, otherwise this is not going to be fun. Give me a weapon, please! Nothing's dropping a weapon. That guy's gonna take like 10 years to kill with base attack power. They don't drop a weapon either. No weapon! To exhaust like every place. Weapon? There we go. But that's generally how randomizers work. Generally at the beginning of a randomizer, you have to like check every possible place that can drop an item. That's how most of them work. Generally you want to check everything at the beginning so that you have some kind of build going. It's just in this game, a lot of the other randomizers don't have like RPG mechanics, so you can still fight stuff without it. But in this game you can't, so if you don't get a weapon at the beginning of your scene, it's going to be really frustrating. Because you do basically no damage. There's actually a secret room I need to check before I fight the boss. Maybe there's something in here. That was not worth it at all. But, like I said, this is rando, so you always have to check. Especially at the beginning. Check every possible avenue for something to drop. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and max this out. Well, the enemies in this game have like 4 things that they can drop. Up to 4 things that they can drop. So once you've exhausted the drop pool of whatever that respective enemy is, there's no point in doing so. Max this out, in case I don't get another weapon for a while. I should install the drop rate mod on to get myself like 50% drop rate. Ah, forget this. Let's just go. There's another one. Right, let's check the shop. Maybe there's some good shit in here.
何買ってくれるの？
Not really. Actually, those rings, I think those have extra features. Oh, there we go. I should probably sell some stuff and grab that.
さて、何を連成する？
Don't have access to any boots. Kind of want to use boots right now.
一度
Alright, well, I'll do this later. Just wanted to check the mods work. Alright, I think I'm gonna play some Assault Spy for a little bit. And then I'll do my Caliph All-Star loot boxes, and then I'm gonna eat something. I'm getting pretty hungry. I think that's enough for today, at least for now. Reset is in about 15 minutes, so yeah, I'm not really I'm not really good at e-begging. I've never really liked doing it. It's just, I've had a rough month with my aunt dying and everything, so I don't really expect people to donate. I know a lot of people want to, but are unable to. The characters in this game have like massive movesets, and it was made by one guy, so they had to keep your expectations in check. But they have a tag mode where you can switch between any of them seamlessly, so I'm quite satisfied. I like both of their movesets equally. And they work really well together too. Even though it was originally just programmed to be a gimmick for the last level. This game is a fucking masterpiece. The greatest video game of all time. It's made by one guy, and it's like better than what most studios can do with way more resources. Kind of pathetic, really, when you think about it. Beautiful. Pretty good fight. Not the best, but whatever. I'll take it.
ちょっと疲れさて
A little sloppy there. Wasn't able to first guard break. He just wasn't wanting to get launched for some reason. Parries are on point. I think I'm gonna play some Bloody Palace and then get ready for KOF. Thank you. Yes, this game was made by one person. The only thing he didn't do was like the publishing stuff and the music. But in terms of like actually making the game, it was made by one guy. Which is why this game is so impressive. It does better combat than like freaking anything like Rockstar or any of those people can do. I like how fair the bosses feel too. They have very big tails for pretty much everything they do. There's no stupid stuff like randomly hitting you out of armor or being invincible. There's no like, there's very little gimmicks in this game too, which is what makes it fun to keep playing. One gimmick is the stealth level, but if you're on New Game Plus, you can just skip that, so it's only a problem the first time. I wish they would port this to Switch. At least some kind of console like PS4. Really sucks that console players never got to play this. I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to KOF. And then I'm going to get something to eat. I might actually come back. The night's still young. Try to raise some funds so the next few days are not so damn stressful. I will be getting paid on the 1st, so... Oh. Why is this being so weird? Sometimes it just freaks out like that. Update for KOF. Yeah, they added a set card exchange, which is nice. So if you get dupes of Fest cards, they're not just a complete waste. It's pretty cool, I guess. But this game's still jacked up because of the awakening system. Why is this all messed up? Probably need to restart my PC. Simulator is opened too many times, it starts tweaking out, but I'm not actually going to play right now. I'm just going to grab the loot boxes and that's it. Come on! This game takes so damn long to load. Ugh! I wish this stupid game had a fucking PC port. I hate fighting with these stupid emulators. They don't work. I just want to do one thing, and I can't even get that far. There's all these stupid load screens. Just go into the damn game. So aggravating. It's like so few games that just let you get straight into gameplay anymore. It's all stupid loading and unskippable intros and stuff. I've seen that shit like 50 times. Just let me play the damn thing. Really glad Warriors of Orochi 4 did not have an intro. That was actually pretty cool. Oh, they added another one of these. That's nice, I guess. Oh boy, my favorite. Thanks, game. This emulator's like freaking out right now. I don't know what's wrong with it. Sometimes it just does this. I need to reboot. It usually fixes this. Everything else is running fine. It's just this freaking game. Alright, got nothing. Kind of like getting a little burnt out on this game because it's just all RNG now. You can't do anything without getting dupes, and they don't even have the decency to give you pity. So you're literally just endlessly gambling. I'm not a fan. I know they'll fix it eventually, though, as people are getting pissed off. Fucking new 4-star. That's exactly what I wanted. Thanks, game. Alright, well, that emulator's refusing to work, and I'm quite hungry, so I think I'm just going to take an intermission, actually. Take an intermission, reboot the PC, grab something to eat really quick, and I'll see if I feel like coming back. I do kind of need financial assistance right now, like I said, so I kind of want to come back. I'm not sure what I'll play, actually. I kind of getting burnt out on KOF. I might play some Streets of Rage. I still have Tales of Vesperia and East 8 backlogged, so I might start on those. Trials of Mana's backlogged, too. I might come back and play some of those. So yeah, I'll see you guys, if not later tonight, then in the morning for sure. If you guys want to support me, my PayPal link is in the description. I'll catch you guys in a bit.